Hey guys, so Halo Infinite has got to be the most important game of the year for me. I have been waiting patiently for many years for this game, and now finally I had a chance to play it with the Halo Infinite Insider Flight. Now I want to say thank you to my friend Shadow for showing me how to access the Halo Infinite Flight. I can't believe I actually got to play the game, a pre-release beta insider version of the game, and it was just a small taste of Infinite. Let me just say right now, this game has huge potential, and I'm going to be covering a lot in today's video. I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about making this video or what the reception is going to be, but I'm going to be telling you all about my experience playing this game. I am going to be covering everything. There was a lot I enjoyed and a lot I wasn't so impressed with. Please, don't get me wrong, this game rocks, but it's sort of like the case of the Ancient Gods Part 2 for me all over again. I didn't really like it, but I enjoyed it at the same time. I don't get it. I'm weird with video games I enjoy. Now then, I'm going to be covering absolutely everything. So let's begin talking about the Halo Infinite game, multiplayer thing, pre-release. We're going over it all. I'm going to be completely honest, and if you agree or disagree with some I say in this video, be sure to leave it in the comments. Let's get some discussion rolling. Now then, let's begin with the absolute first impressions of Halo Infinite's multiplayer.
Oh, there I am. Break eventually. Sure nightmare would take, let's say, like 2 days out of my time.
There's that over! Yes, please! Oh, I got you! Yes! That goes free! Before we even begin talking about the game itself, we need to discuss it being free to play. This is great because more than ever, more people will be able to pick up Halo Infinite and play it. The bad news is the microtransactions. We all knew they were coming, we all know it's inevitable with a free-to-play game, but I was extremely disappointed when I saw a shop in Halo Infinite. I think it's a fair point that a free-to-play game is going to have microtransactions, but at the same time, I almost wish Halo Infinite's multiplayer wasn't free-to-play, so it could be a more focused experience. But that's alright, let's jump right into the game. Right away, the music is very strong. It feels like Halo, and that's awesome. The main menu UI is a bit weird and needs to be tweaked before launch. We have more options than ever to customize our Spartan, along with full Halo Reach style armor customization, along with a few new options. We have options to customize our legs and arms with robotic parts, kind of like Cat from Halo Reach. There's a body selector now. This needs to be changed before launch to include male and female Spartans, for the purpose of inclusion, of course. Instead of normal color customization, we have armor coatings. I'm not a huge fan of armor coatings because it almost limits customization. Because instead of you choosing the two best colors for your Spartan, you're choosing the best armor coating that you like. Now I know their armor coatings are going to be part of the microtransaction system to show off the cool armor coating you just bought in the free-to-play environment. But the majority of them right now in the game don't look that great, but I know it's going to get better after launch as better and cooler armor coatings will be added. Alternatively, I almost propose adding normal armor customization alongside regular armor coatings to satisfy everyone. Hey, that might be a good idea. We have a decent amount of armors in the pre-release flight, and we also have a little look at the battle pass, as well as some weapon skins and some other stuff. A brand new feature, a pretty cool one, is personal AIs. Depending on the one you choose, they'll give little sarcastic comments as you play. I know some people are really going to enjoy these, but they really aren't doing it for me. I just found it kind of annoying. I would rather have Jeff Steitzer in my ear as I decimate. It was kind of distracting whenever I'd get a kill because they would always say something like, "Enemy destroyed, very good," every time I got a kill with the Bulldog or rocket launcher. Halo Infinite's sandbox is really interesting, but a lot of important weapons are missing, and some of the new ones aren't really fun for me to use personally. I don't really like some of the new designs of some of the weapons, like the shotgun. I just don't really like it. I like the old one a lot more. Also, some of the weapons need a decent buff in terms of the sound. Some of them are a bit undercooked, like the AR reload sound as well as the shotgun. They could use a buff in sounds. We have a look inside the Halo Infinite Battle Pass and challenges. It looks pretty decent. I'm excited to see what skins they add in the future. There's going to be some cool ones. Oh no! I hope the store does not get too absurd with skins, because this microtransaction stuff can get out of hand very quickly. Alright, so there's the menus and some thoughts I had there. Let's move on to the gameplay, baby! The first thing I tried was Academy, playing around with the Halo Infinite weapons, and the first thing I noticed was beautiful 30 FPS. Now, Halo Infinite is a next-generation title made for the Xbox Series X and great PCs. So me playing on the Xbox One S and having performance issues and low frames, it's completely my fault. However, it did take a bit of time for me to get used to 30 FPS, and I turned off head shake because this was bothering my eyes. The amount of head shake, I've turned that all the way down. The training and academy modes are great, allowing you to try out all sorts of different weapons, maps, power-ups, equipment, and shoot bots. That's right, there's bots in Halo Infinite, and these guys have the potential to be absolutely game-changing. There's an option for a custom game type map where you can play around with different bots and change their difficulty, change the amount of bots on your team and the enemy team, and try out some of the new weapons. It's a great way to learn the sandbox, especially new players coming to Halo Infinite for the free-to-play, being able to try out the maps and learn the weapons and just play against bots. That's a really great feature. And with Halo Infinite obviously being free to play, this is going to especially appeal to those people. I'm excited to see how this is expanded with Forge and custom games, and bots have to be included in Forge, no excuses. 343 has their work cut out for them, creating the best Forge we've ever had in Halo before. And this is evident by the fact it won't be in Halo Infinite on launch. Alright, now let's jump straight into the multiplayer. The matchmaking. Let's go. Social Bot Arena. This is the first dedicated Halo Infinite match I played. I must say, the movement and gameplay feels quite different compared to Halo 5, but not too much. I've heard some of my friends say it's a combination between Halo 5 and Halo 3, and I must say, it's got a very interesting feeling. The gameplay, balancing, and weapons need to be tweaked before the game launches, though. Things just don't feel quite right at this point. Again, it probably would feel better at higher FPS, and I probably would like the game a lot more, but my experience was definitely less and not as fun at lower FPS. But no fault to the game itself. Now, the FOV this time around changes your reticle size. It's kind of weird. I think I'm probably just going to be sticking with 78 FOV for now. The bots are really fun and easy to kill, and again, an absolute game changer for Halo Infinite in so many ways. Training mode allows you to warm up against different players, bots in the sandbox, and learn the maps and all that. An absolute great feature, as I mentioned previously. I want to talk about the way the weapons feel, specifically the AR and Sidekick. I don't really like them too much. Again, higher FPS and better balancing would probably fix all these issues, but I just want to bring it up either way. The game feels pretty good, and I can tell 343 has spent a lot of time and a lot of hard work on this game. But the work isn't quite completed yet, that's for sure. Some of the animations still need a bit of work, like the sprint animation specifically. Your weapon kind of awkwardly bobs side to side instead of it looking smooth and natural like in H5. The more I played Halo Infinite, the more frustrated I became, but I was still having fun with it. Now please understand, I am mostly nitpicking here because I want this game to be absolutely great, and I want to give as much feedback as I possibly can. And again, keep in mind, this is a pre-release beta, so things are inevitably going to get better when the game finally releases. Alright, let's check out Big Team Battle. Dude, this is sweet. Bigger maps, bigger teams. There's loot caves where your personal AI hacks the door for you, allowing you to gain access to power-ups, power weapons, and special equipment. Let's talk about the equipment in Halo Infinite, because some of this stuff is absolutely ridiculous. The drop wall and threat detector, they're kind of underwhelming. They could use a good buff, but the grapple shot is a revelation. We've seen some ridiculous things pulled off with this thing already, and the game hasn't even come out yet. The Halo Infinite grapple shot has the potential to be the most radical montage element we've ever seen in Halo, in my opinion. I mean, seriously, the stuff that people are doing with this is like totally not what 343 expected, I'm sure. This thing seems to be just a medium way to travel around the map pretty quick. Again, the meta hasn't been established yet, but it seems to be for small bursts of mobility. But people are literally flying around the entire map with this stuff, blowing off a part of the Warthog, and then grappling onto that blown off part of the Warthog, and then flying around the entire map with that part flying in the air with a grapple hook. This thing is truly going to be something special. Alright, so the grapple shot is by far my favorite equipment in Halo Infinite. Let's talk about the repulsor. This thing is pretty cool. Again, with the meta not established quite yet, it seems to be only good for boosting your Spartan's movement a little bit, blasting back enemy Spartans and vehicles, grenades, etc. This thing's going to be pretty nice. As well as the thruster pack from Halo 5. It's back with some changes. Kind of cool. Power weapons like the sniper rifle, rocket launcher, and gravity hammer are here, along with some electric weapons which stop vehicles now instead of the plasma pistol. This is a really weird change. The skewer is devastating and very satisfying to get kills with. Very high skill ceiling as well. The BR is balanced, very interesting, and the Commando is an interesting take on the DMR, your mid to long range weapon, even though I'm expecting the DMR to be added post-launch without a doubt. We have the Pulse Carbine and a few of the electric weapons. Some of them are pretty underwhelming and didn't feel right, but I was probably using them wrong, so that's why I didn't have fun. But yeah, this was just a small little sample of Halo Infinite though. What else am I missing here? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. There's no red and blue teams. This is something iconic to Halo that has been in every Halo game, no matter the changes that Halo game made, so it's kind of weird to see it removed in Halo Infinite for the purpose of showing your Spartan and your customization. Again, showcasing the beautiful skin you just bought for $19.99 in the store is very important in the free-to-play environment. I'm just joking there. I don't think there's going to be anything that egregious in Halo Infinite, but it seems to be the impression I'm receiving, where it's more of a focus on the cool thing you got through the microtransactions. Probably isn't going to be correct, though. Having your Spartans look different in different teams, though, I don't know. I don't know. I just wish it was red and blue, because it can get extremely confusing sometimes when I was playing some BTB. I know there is some brain science here with the microtransaction. I just know it. Alright, so the biggest takeaways for me personally with Halo Infinite and the next installment in the Halo franchise. Well, it's fun. The weapon balance and gameplay needs to be tweaked a lot for 343 to get it right. In terms of any serious issues I had while playing the game, the melee registration. Dear Lord, I don't know if any of you guys are having problems with this, but the melee registration for me was working terribly, and it caused a lot of moments of frustration. Is this Blood Punch 2.0? Oh boy. Also, I had a few pop-in issues with the map and a few weird lag spikes. I'm not upset though, because I'm playing on the Xbox One S, and I haven't heard of these issues on the Xbox Series X and so on. Any kind of issues with the game, I will absolutely pass for now, because this is made for the next generation of consoles and PCs of the good kinds. But yeah, this game has the potential to be absolutely huge. After everything I've seen with the leaked content and the stuff that's to come, my hype has been restored, as well as the Master Chief story and the Halo Infinite campaign. I'm excited to see what this game is going to look like at launch, and how 343 is going to complete the game as it is being released unfinished, evident by how there's going to be no co-op or Forge Day 1, as well as no Assassin's Day 1. 343 has been working extremely hard, and I just want to say you guys have done a great job, and you guys have laid the groundwork for fantastic years to come for Halo Infinite. I am so excited to see all the wacky cosmetics we're going to get in the series, as well as the seasonal events, Battle Pass. It's going to be cool. They're going to be adding hundreds of new weapons, maps, items, armor customization, AI scripting, vehicles, weapons, forge items. There's going to be so much that's going to be coming to this game. It's going to be incredible. There is so much 343 Industries can do with Halo Infinite at this point to complete it and then beyond. I am so excited for this game. Alright everybody, I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys liked this video. Now the reason why I made this video is because I genuinely care about this game, and I want it to succeed. I mean, this is Halo, and Halo seems to be making a serious comeback, and it's beautiful to see. If 343 stays focused and works hard, really hard, and adds what Halo Infinite needs, this could potentially be the best in the series. I'm Gunz Is Wearier. And just as Doom Eternal shaped my channel for a long time, Halo Infinite will also be bringing my channel into the next level. Thank you all for watching. This is where my story with Halo Infinite truly begins. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.